How a simple curtain fooled World War II bombers from the sky. The first bombs didn't fall because pilots were good. They fell because lights were careless. In the early years of World War II, enemy bombers didn't need radar. They followed glowing cities like moths to a porch bulb, windows, street lamps. A single uncovered kitchen light could outline an entire neighborhood. And that's when an unassuming household object became a weapon of survival. Curtains, not decoration. Defense. This is a story most history books rush past. But preppers shouldn't, because this old trick still works. When light became a death sentence, by 1939, air raids had rewritten the rules of home life. Cities across Europe knew one hard truth: light equals location. Bomber crews flying at night used moonlight, reflections, and city glow to line up targets. Rivers shimmered. Roads glowed faintly. Rows of lit windows formed grids visible from thousands of feet up, so governments issued blackout orders. Not suggestions, orders. Every home had to vanish after sunset. And people quickly learned that closing a curtain wasn't enough. Why ordinary curtains failed. Early blackout attempts were sloppy. Thin cotton drapes stopped glare from the street, but they didn't stop light leakage. Aircraft didn't need bright bulbs. Even a faint glow escaping around window edges could outline a block. The problem wasn't brightness. It was contrast. A single lit room against total darkness created a visible pinprick from the sky. And bomber crews were trained to spot patterns, not individual bulbs, so households were taught a layered system. A system that worked so well it made entire cities disappear. The layered curtain system that fooled bombers. The real trick wasn't one curtain. It was layers with purpose. First layer was absorption. Heavy dark fabric, wool, thick felt, or dark flannel. These materials didn't reflect light. They swallowed it. Black or deep navy was preferred, not for color, but for how poorly it bounced photons. Second layer was blockage, canvas, blackout cloth, or even rubberized fabric. Some households used oilcloth or tar-treated material. These layers stopped light transmission entirely. No glow, no bleed. Third layer was sealing. This is the part most people miss today. Curtains were extended beyond the window frame, tacked or nailed into the wall. Gaps were the enemy. Light sneaks, not blasts. Some homes added a fourth trick: a slanted inner layer. Angled fabric prevented straight-line light escape, even if a lamp was on. From the air, a properly blacked-out home was invisible. Not dim, gone. Materials they actually used. This wasn't luxury gear. It was wartime improvisation. Wool blankets were common, dense, heat-retaining, excellent at absorbing light. Felt was prized, especially industrial felt used for machinery padding. It was thick and cheap. Canvas from old tents or sacks was repurposed constantly. Paper even played a role. Multiple layers of darkened paper, glued or pasted, created surprisingly effective blackout panels. Some governments issued official blackout fabric, thick, rubber-backed cloth. It was ugly, heavy, but deadly effective. People learned fast. Survival sharpens creativity. The real test from the sky after full blackout enforcement, something strange happened. Bombing accuracy dropped. Pilots complained in reports that cities were difficult to identify. Targets blurred into darkness. Rivers vanished. Road grids dissolved. This forced a shift toward area bombing later in the war. But in the early years, blackout disciplines saved lives. Fewer direct hits. Fewer fires started by visible glow. This wasn't theory. It was tested nightly. And it worked. How modern blackout curtains compare. Today's blackout curtains look sleek. Polyester blends. Foam-backed panels. Advertised as 95 to 100% light blocking. Indoors, they're impressive. But from outside, many fail the World War II test. Modern curtains often block direct light, but allow edge glow. Stitch holes leak. Gaps at the rod glow faintly. Fabric reflects more than it absorbs. True blackout is not about comfort. It's about invisibility. Tests done by survivalists and privacy experts show that layered systems still outperform single modern panels, especially when combined with sealing methods like Velcro, magnetic strips, or taped edges. 1 layer blocks. 2 layers confuse. 3 layers erase. Why preppers should care right now? This isn't about bombers anymore. It's about visibility. Light discipline matters in emergencies, power outages, civil unrest, grid-down scenarios. Light makes you noticeable. Noticeable attracts attention. Whether you're sheltering in place or trying to stay unnoticed, light control is a low-tech force multiplier. It also matters for privacy. Thermal curtains block light and heat. They reduce infrared leakage. That matters in cold environments and stealth camping. And yes, it applies outdoors too. The stealth camping connection old blackout principles work in the field. Layered tarps, dark inner liners, angled light traps, camp lanterns placed below waist height. A properly layered shelter blends into the night. Same physics. Start with a dark absorber layer, wool blanket or thick dark fabric. Add a blocker layer, modern blackout fabric, canvas, or tarp material. Turn lights on at night. Walk outside. Look from distance. Adjust until there's nothing. No glow, no outline, no signature. Why this knowledge was forgotten? Because it worked too well. After the war, people wanted light back. Neon, big windows, open cities. The blackout became a symbol of fear. But preppers know better. Old survival tricks don't expire. They just wait. The takeaway World War II didn't just produce weapons. It produced knowledge, quiet knowledge, household knowledge. If you value forgotten wisdom, real-world survival knowledge, and history that actually matters, make sure you're subscribed to Prepper's Survival Blueprint. Share this episode with someone who thinks blackout curtains are just for sleeping in. And remember, the smartest survival tools don't glow. They disappear.